Yo, dude, how was Slovakia, by the way?
That hostel that you recommended, Kane, was fucked. There was... The beds were uncomfortable, no continental breakfast. I'm missing a couple of teeth and toes because this guy took me to a warehouse.
Shit, man. Yo, my bad, my fault.
Oh, you know what? I just need a holiday that is relaxing and can take my mind off what I just went through. You know what? I'm going to Vegas.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Here's the first movie.
Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Peel that pig and slice him thick.
The body count is always bigger.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
And the fucking trees walked in those movies.
Hi, doggy.
What a story, Mark.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Life moves pretty fast.
If you want your sequel to become a franchise.
37 dicks.
In a row?
I'm your number one fan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Marathon Me with your hosts, Rhys
And Kane.
And we're back with our final entry in the Hostel franchise with The Hangover, The Lost Chapter. I mean, Hostel Part 3. So, something's a bit different here. We're in Vegas, baby. And what do you think about being in Vegas, Kane?
We are in Vegas. This movie's pulling a Leprechaun 3 by putting the central horror in the city of sin. And oh, you can really tell that the producers of this movie watched The Hangover and were just saying to the director, do that. Put it there. That's popular. Do that.
People love The Hangover. They're going to love Hostel. They're going to be getting this DVD left, right, and center from the Blockbuster.
Exactly. Yes, emphasis on the DVD because, yes, ladies and gents, this is a direct-to-video sequel. One of our... Could this possibly be our first direct-to-DVD sequel that we're talking about, Rhys? Do you think?
No, not we did pretty much
Never mind. My bad. I do not mean to shit on a classic series that is the American Pie Presents movies. I am so sorry to all the fans of those movies. I'm sorry to you, Rhys.
You just shat on the entire Stifley family lineage right there.
You know, I feel horrible, man. I'm looking at my copy of American Pie Presents Bandcamp, still wrapped, by the way. That shit ain't been opened. Fuck that. I'm looking at it, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry.
I feel like I even put this, like, even though that it's not the same, I put in the same boat as, like, a made-for-TV sequel of The Omen, you know? Like, right. I feel like that... Also, like... actually, now mentioning it, Friday the 13th, like, no way that Jason Goes to Hell got any theatrical run, right?
Oh,
that would be
no, it did.
It did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did.
No, fuck you. Jason X?
Jason X got a theatrical release as well.
Oh my god.
I don't blame you for thinking that they wouldn't get theatrical releases,
no.
especially Jason X, but like,
no.
I'm pretty sure they did.
Jason Goes to Hell must surely have been a made-for-TV movie or like a direct-to-VHS, because the aspect ratio of that movie, man.
Do you want me to look now?
Okay. Look it up now. Look it up now. When I go on a little bit more about Hostel Part 3.
All right. You go on. I will conduct research.
Okay, thank you. So Hostel Part 3 sees an expansion to the world of Hostel, where we are no longer limited to the small confines of Europe, and instead have, probably just so the crew and cast didn't have to pay for airfares to go to Europe, we're now in Vegas, where the elite hunting club has expanded, or potentially was there the whole time, for the elite high rollers of the people going to the City of Sin.
Gambling's bad, but like, look how bad this gambling is. Also to answer the question from earlier, yes, it was theatrically released.
That is fucked. That we're speaking of Jason Goes to Hell, by the way.
We're speaking of Jason Goes to Hell was theatrically released. Yes, sir, it was.
That is insane. Well, anyway, I'm going to try and hold my disbelief and scream. I'm going to scream into the void once we finish recording.
That's okay. Yes, please do.
But with this direct-to-DVD expansion of the Hostel world, where we unfortunately miss one vital part to this franchise, which is Eli Roth. He's gone.
Yes. Nah, yeah, completely gone. He did toy with the idea of doing a third Hostel movie, and even though it would have been direct-to-video, I had the idea of doing it, but just jumped from the project, was like, nah, I'm not doing it. So instead, we have director Scott Spiegel, which is an interesting
household
choice.
name.
This man was actually one of the men that helped Sam Raimi craft the original Evil Dead. Like, he had a big hand in creating the original Evil Dead movie, and now is directing this, which is an interesting career trajectory, to say the least.
This man, Scott Spiegel, has seemed to have lived a life. Like, he went to high school with Sam Raimi and was, like, quite good friends with him. Also lived in a share house with the Coen brothers, Frances McDormand and Kathy Bates through his life.
Okay. What the fuck?
So this guy could have, like very close, could have had a big, successful career ahead of him, and then instead is known for directing such films as the sequel to From Dusk Till Dawn, Intruder, I've never heard of in my life.
Never heard of it either. Sounds like a Tubi original, but alright.
And then a short film called Attack of the Helping Hand.
Like the McDonald's character.
Yeah. So
what a film!
This guy, is a bit of a weird one, but
illustrious career, yeah.
I honestly am more interested in the lead writer of this film, Michael D. Weiss. Have you heard of this man?
I've heard of the name before. It sounds familiar. What has he done?
Okay, I'm extremely surprised that you remember, that you are familiar with this guy's name.
It sounds familiar, but who knows? I might be like, who the fuck? But yeah, go on.
This is a man that has made his chops writing scripts for terrible direct-to-DVD sequels of films. So he's known for Hostel Part 3, of course, as well as the third film of the franchise, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer.
That's how I know that's how I know his fucking name. Okay, because I've watched the kill count for that movie, and that movie looks fucking abysmal. Fucking abysmal.
It was directed.
That's how I fucking knew the dude.
It was directed by the director of Slender Man. So there you go, man.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck off, you're joking. I didn't know that.
So maybe we need to do the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies.
Oh god. Wow.
But I'm not done. I'm not done talking about Michael D. Weiss.
Go on, continue.
Also written Butterfly Effect 2, Scorpion King 4, Jarhead 3. I did not even know there was a Jarhead 2.
Yeah, me neither. What the fuck? Okay.
US Seals 2 as well, which just looks like a fucking train wreck. And then on top of all of this, also wrote Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Okay, so it's nothing but bangers. All right, fucking let's go.
Yeah.
Yes.
How wild, right? What the fuck? He wrote it with two other people. So they probably are the people to get the credit for it. But still, weird writing credits there. And
that is.
And almost exclusively direct to DVD sequels, along the line sequels for different franchises. So pretty much he is a professional fanfic writer, and by the look of it, I feel like we may see him again in Marathon Me with him having written so many weird, odd sequels to franchises, and that is our freaking gold right there.
Cannot wait to get acquainted with this man better in the future. My word.
But let's get a little bit more acquainted with Hostel Part 3 with the trailer.
Thanks for coming. We're not here for you, bitch. We're here for this.
Please, God, please.
My friends have money. We can pay you. You already been paid for.
Place your bets. Enjoy the show. Now, who wants to bid on killing the groom?
Kane, what did you think of your trip into the elite hunting club sect of Las Vegas?
I hated it. I hated it. This movie fun. I hated my trip to Vegas. I hated my trip to Vegas, and I hated this fucking movie.
So you think it's gonna stay? It can stay in Vegas.
This happened in Vegas. Stay, please, God, stay in Vegas. My God. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I'll do my preamble in a little bit, but I just wanted to get that out of the way, just because I don't want to give this film. I didn't want to hold back because I've been wanting to talk to you about this movie all week. Yeah, this movie fucking sucks. And look, all right, look. I feel bad in some ways about talking shitting on made for TV or made to direct to video movies, because in a way it kind of feels like I'm punching down a little bit. It feels unfair, but at this, given the budget and lesser writers or that kind of stuff, because everyone's trying their best. I don't want to be that guy and be like, oh, this movie sucks because blah 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 blah, but at the same time, that just because it's not it's not released to a theatrical sphere, I don't feel that makes it exempt from criticism. On one hand, I feel like I'm punching down, but at the same time, every film is deserving of criticism, no matter how it's released or the conditions of what it was released in. And direct to video or not, this movie, fucking terrible. So it's fucking awful. Terrible film.
And it seems that it still didn't have a crazy low budget. It still got $6 million, so more than the first Hostel.
Where the fuck did the money go? What the fuck?
I honestly have no idea.
You are 6 million.
I'm not kidding. That is what it is supposed to have.
No. That has to be half that money must have been blown in Vegas. No, that's bullshit as well. No,
gambled away.
Even that's bullshit as well, because we'll get into this later, but this film looks cheap. There's barely any shots of the actual Vegas Strip. Look, you can shit on Leprechaun 3 all you want, but we actually got some shots of Leppy Boy running around the Vegas Strip and fucking around. Yeah, I'm sure it's expensive to shoot there, but 6 million, I'm sure you could have at least gotten some mileage out of the Vegas Strip or whatever, or some locations. What the oh my God. Oh my Lord, that makes me even more mad now. Nah, half of that had to be spent on bloody hookers and gambling. That's bullshit. Nah.
That is I think that's the answer. That must be it there, right?
Oh my God.
And I bet that in a weird way, the production of this film is the most exploitative of human beings ever, because actual probably strippers and sex workers were being used and paid for in the background of this, as long as a lot of cocaine probably as well.
Oh God, yeah, probably. Jesus Christ.
Well, I have in my notes, and I sort of agree with this, is that I sort of thought that this started off a bit promising, this movie.
Right. Are you talking about the cold open?
The cold open, I thought, cool misdirect, is that
okay.
we see a very standard sort of Hostel opening with what seems like an American backpacker in a hostel, and they're confronting a man and a woman. They seem a bit sort of weird and intimidating, and then there's this flip where they get poisoned, the intimidating people, by some beers that this guy that this backpacker looking man comes and shares with them, and then it's revealed that, oh my God, he is in on it. This character named Travis is in on it the whole time, and actually we're in Vegas. And
yeah, right.
I loved the idea of it being in Vegas, because I was like, nice, expanding on the world and the franchise, as well as giving us a bit of variety, making all three feel quite distinct from one another and do not blend into one another at all, I feel.
Look, I'll be fair enough, all right? There are some moments of interest and intrigue in this film where I'm like, oh, that's cool. I like that. The cold open, honestly, it was nice. I actually quite like the cold open. You know, the nice misdirect as you mentioned. It is pretty great. And also, yeah, the idea of exploring like a different branch, a different sect of the elite hunting club is a good idea on paper. In practice, oh god, it leaves a lot to be desired, in my opinion. Honestly,
we meet our central characters quite quickly after this cold open, and it takes about 3 minutes for you to realize, oh no, we are in for a terrible time with these people. A bunch of deviants, degenerates, and fuckwits, especially Mike. Oh my god.
Oh my lord. Like, if you guys hated the characters from part 1, oh, you're in for a treat with Mike. Oh my lord. Just all the worst aspects of the of Paxton, Josh, and Ollie just thrown into one man without any of the charm.
And Paxton, Josh, and Ollie are like somewhere between 18 and 21 years old. They're still essentially children, right? These characters,
it's like fair enough. Yeah.
They're not fully developed yet. These characters are full-blown adults. They're going to Vegas for the bachelor party of our main character. And this is the first cast that you sort of don't really mind if you get to see them hurt.
God, literally.
But then the violence is scaled down so much lower. You mainly get a blood splatter here and there, but you could show this movie to your mum and it'd be fine. But probably actually no. The reason that you wouldn't show this to your mum would be because of how awful and vulgar these main characters are, and how they just talk about women and sex and stuff.
And also how, like, weirdly, like, and also just, like, how, like, voyeuristic this film is, you know, along the lines of the first one, but, like, I don't know, I maybe you agree with me, but, like, it just felt even more, like, gross and just objectifying in this movie compared to the first film, with all the ass tracking shots, all the shots of, like, strippers dancing, like, it's egregious, and it just, I don't know, like, there's just something about this movie's use of nudity and sexualization that just felt even more, like, exploitative and tasteless compared to the first one. Like, at least, like, the first one, like, you know, its use of nudity, like, somewhat had a point, I think, you know? Like,
there's no purpose for the tits here. None.
No, literally. It's just like the screenwriters and everyone on set was just like, yeah, titties, fuck yeah, strippers' asses, let's fucking go. Like,
it is literally Christ. like when deciding how they're gonna shoot this film, it really felt like they're like, in this setting, could we have a stripper in the room? Could we do it? Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, sure, put him in. We'll get him to come along for the shooting day. Like, it's like where they can put a stripper in the background, they will do it in this film.
We literally have, like, a scene later on in the movie of, like, one of the heads of the American branch of the elite hunting club just sticking his face in between a stripper's tits. While the climax is happening during the movie, and it's just like there was no point to it. They just wanted a scene of some guy getting horny with a stripper. That's it. Like, what? You didn't need that. You did not need that. It's just egregious, boys. What the fuck?
Yeah, gratuitous and pointless, and
literally.
And also, the worst paced out of all of these films by a mile.
Oh my god,
where in the first two movies, I was never thinking, come on, wrap it up. I was always impressed by how quickly it seemed to be going past me. Where in this one, I looked at the time very often and was like, no fucking way we've only watched 20 minutes of this shit.
Oh,
it
no,
feels
same
like,
here. Same,
please...
man.
Kill these characters. I don't want to see anymore.
Oh my lord. It's like, because Mike is a piece of shit character that we all fucking hate. But, like, all the other characters, they're just kind of, like, they're just, like, nothing. There's like, they leave no impact. Yeah, they're horrible, but, like, they're just not memorable at all. We have, like, the one guy with a crutch. That's his one character traits, like,
that's
I
thing.
have a crutch,
yeah.
And women don't like me, and alludes to being an internet stalker as well, because he's like, yeah, I use the internet to find out the home address of one of the sex workers. That's kind of my thing. It's like, and we're supposed to like you and root for you, you fucking freak? What the fuck?
Yeah,
And,
he's almost like the nicest one there.
and then alludes to just being like a fucking like internet creep. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. And then, you know, there's supposed to be like a big, you know, like later on there's a big twist with like one of the characters being in on the elite hunting club and
Carter, our best man.
Best man Carter, you know, because you know, because like it's explained that like, you know, he's lost his thrill for killing like just nobodies and wants to, you know, kill people more close and personal to him, you know, to get that rush back. And I'm like, okay, cool, I guess, whatever. And then and then they just ham-fist in the fact that like, oh yeah, I'm also doing this because I want your wife. It's like, oh fucking K, when did this turn into like a goddamn like CW drama? Like, oh, I want your girl, I was supposed to be with her. It's like, oh my god, shut up. I don't like you couldn't have just left it like I just wanted more of a thrill and kill people that I know. No, you have to include this fucking this fucking soap opera ass drama into it as well. Like, fuck off.
There is not a single seed planted in this film that of why he would have this motivation. He just comes out with it and is like, yeah, I want your wife, done. Yeah. So he could have said anything. His motivation could have been like, I want to be you. I want your face and to wear your face to your wedding. Or it could have been, I'm not married, but I want to be married and I'm jealous of you. Or he could have been like, he could have pulled out fucking anything, right? I like your suit and I want to own your suit.
Yeah, what the fuck? Or it's just like, you owe me $50 or some shit. Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you instead. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, you could have done anything, and instead we're doing some fucking like drama from the OC or fucking or the Hills or like whatever. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Also, if you the writing in this, it's so subtle, it's beautiful. Like, in case you didn't get that Carter is the best man, he is introduced going, "Hey there, I'm Carter and I'm your best man." Like, he right away says this to the main character.
I'm very happy that the movie did that. You know, I'm a bit of a simple person, and you know, like unless I have the characters telling me what's going on.
Exactly their relationship.
Exactly. Like, you know, they go up to him like, yes, I am the best man. I wish there was a scene of I think Scott is the main character's name.
Scott is the main character, yes.
There should have been a scene of Scott when he was on the phone to his fiance being like, I love you, my fiance. Like, I wish there was a line like that because I
am soon to marry you.
Because I kept forgetting that they were supposed to be married, you know? Like, I kept forgetting. I just wish there was just some ham-fisted exposition of that, you know? I wish, you know? Like, oh my God.
Exactly. It's weird when a direct-to-DVD movie has this. It almost functionally makes sense for a TV movie where you're able to, like, tune in at any time. You've just switched the channel. Oh, what's going on here? For a direct-to-DVD movie, you're watching this in your home and you can pause this. So realistically, you're not supposed to miss any of this film, but it's really is catering in case you're too dumb to understand what's going on. They're telling you.
My God.
And also to give a bit of context as well, in the character that we mentioned, Mike is essentially the quagmire of the group here. Everything that comes out of his mouth is just sexist, terrible, misogynistic bullshit about wanting to get laid and that his wife doesn't have sex with him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I hate my wife. She's gained weight.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
It's literal like Modern Family Guy quagmire. My God, like just disgusting.
And yeah, talking about how fat his wife is. Oh, it's so gross to listen to.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, it's fucking. There should have been a scene of him just going like giggity giggity or some variant on that quote. Like, why not? Just put it in there. No one's gonna watch this movie apart from us, so fuck it, do it. Why not?
And weirdly, even though that this movie, yeah, true. Why did they not just make this movie directly for us? Because we're the only people watching it.
Yeah, literally.
Also, have to really say, quick note, is that apparently this DVD is really hard to get anywhere around the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently it's really hard to find solo. You can pretty much only get it in like trilogy DVDs.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say that, like, bro, what are you talking about? I've seen like trilogy box sets. You have a trilogy box set. Yeah, okay, but like, yeah, separate on its own. Yeah, okay, fair enough.
So like a lot of people are like quite like they're looking for this. This is their white whale is Hostel Part 3.
Oh God! Imagine how shit your collection has to be to have Hostel Part 3 be your white whale. My God, you poor souls.
Yeah, exactly. They've just got the American Pie direct-to-DVD sequels on there.
Oh.
That's all. And also with this movie is the most ridiculous and the least believable out of the entire franchise, but has this tone like that it's not having fun with it. Like, it really has this tone where it's taking itself really seriously, and then we have lines from Carter like, "When it comes to pussy, I have no friends."
Oh my fucking God. Literally,
and
like,
then,
did a 15-year-old write this movie?
Oh my God! No. It was written by our good friend Michael. Michael D. Weiss.
Yeah, sorry, Michael D. Weiss, friend of the podcast. Yeah. Sorry to disrespect you, sir.
Exactly. This guy doesn't even have like a bio on Letterboxd.
When it comes to, oh my Lord, I should just get that tattooed on me. Someone should make a shirt out of that. That'd be fucking funny.
There surely would be merch out there for that.
Probably. Or we could just commission someone on Fiverr to make it for us.
Oh my God! Also, like, I forget about this, that the climax becomes them escaping the Vegas warehouse when a bomb is about to go off.
Oh yeah, it turns into like fucking Die Hard or something. It turns into an action movie. Oh, we gotta beat the clock. It's like, I didn't come here to watch a fucking beat the clock action movie. Like, fuck off, man. This is ridiculous.
It's so wild that is our freaking climax, man. After a sword v chainsaw freaking hand-to-hand combat fight
God.
between Carter and Scott. And then at the end of it, when this bomb goes off, we're made to believe that Scott, our main character, is actually killed and dies. And then like, it makes sense that he dies because he just got blown up in a fucking building.
Yeah.
But then he pops up in the epilogue, miraculously survived. And then just to tie up Carter and torture him with a weird CGI lawnmower.
Oh my God, yeah. Is that even a real lawnmower? Like, what the fuck is that?
I am so sure that it is CGI. It does not look real.
No.
It doesn't.
No. I don't mean like effects wise. I'm talking about like the actual type of garden tool. It doesn't matter if it's real or fake, but like, is that in the realm? Oh yeah. But like, that doesn't even look like something that you would use in the realm of reality in terms of gardening or landscaping. Like, I might be wrong. I'm no gardener, but that just looks a bit like overkill for, like, you know, like mowing the lawn or you know, cutting the roses. Like, what the fuck?
It would make a lot of sense with it not existing in reality because they had to CGI it. So it was almost like in the storyboards they drew up what they want this like this torture device to look like.
Yeah,
and then the prop department was like, dude, these don't exist. we would have to make this machine, and you know how much engineering power that would take, and how much that, like, we do not have the budget to do this. It would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars for us to get an engineer to design this, and then it would be so unsafe on set for us to use it in the first place. I don't think it's worth it. And he's like, no, I want this because I want the audience to imagine how much it would hurt for Carter to be tortured by this device. What I hate about this ending, that like it from there we get like a shot of the house and like a scream of Carter being like, oh, I'm being tortured now.
Yeah.
It goes.
I wish that was a line in the movie.
I wish that would have been a great final line. Oh no, I'm being tortured now by Scott and he's alive.
I would have. Dude, there should have been a line where he's just like, Scott, you're alive. Like, that's
because I didn't get that he was alive. I didn't get get it.
If anything, that kind of maybe would have been in a kind of a way that the film's kind of like, having it'd be terrible writing, but like it would almost kind of come back around on itself and have the film almost be kind of like poking fun at how shit it is by just having these like very obvious line readings. But like, yeah, you mentioned this earlier that like the film plays itself way too seriously. When you think about this, a Hostel movie set in Las Vegas, shouldn't that be the one where it's having the most fun with itself? Shouldn't that be the one that's like kind of taking the piss out of itself, especially because it was made like to kind of ride on the coattails of The Hangover with like, being in Vegas? Like, right? Am I wrong on this?
No, you're preaching to the choir. I totally agree.
Like what the fuck?
Also, we do have to say too that a lot of this movie is the gang trying to find different members of their wolf pack.
Exactly,
so
man.
It is a blatant Hangover, Hostel mishmash, like fucking ripoff. Like that's exactly what it is.
It's unbelievable.
Also, with this ending, what I really hate about this terrible torture thing is that it's like Scott is apparently our good guy, right? Scott and his wife, who we don't really know much about his wife, but we are led to believe that she's a normal human being.
Yeah.
But then they find it, they here, even though they're pissed off at Carter and like quite upset, obviously, they find it very easy, and they jump very quickly on the bandwagon to torture this man.
Yep, the natural human response, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And they make it seem so easy. I think I like to think that the Hostel franchise is trying to say that it's not an easy thing to torture a human being. That's why usually when it is these like people fighting back, like the what's it called? The victims fighting back. They're using guns or something, and like they're maybe castrating this like Stuart or something. But then like that's it. They're not slowly torturing him over like several minutes in a chair. They castrate him and then walk out the room and let him bleed out.
They're doing like quick kills. Like as a means to an end type thing, not like almost reveling in it.
To revel in the torture of a human being is like it is sacrificing your own humanity in such a way that it feels like the Hostel movies are really painting and saying that, and even with like characters like Todd in the second film who can't even go through with it. It shows like it takes a very particular type of person to be able to be that dark and that inhumane.
Yeah,
but in this movie, even Scott and his wife can just can torture their best friend in the garage because they are betrayed by him.
Oh, maybe
I don't buy it.
Maybe this film's a lot deeper than we thought. That like even your next door neighbor can be a psychopathic murderer that revels in torturing someone that they've known for years, or maybe they just did that shitty ending just to be cool or whatever. Like, yeah, couple goals. Couples who torture together stay together. Like,
this movie seems to say that we all have the capacity to do this. And I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think we do.
I'm gonna have to politely disagree. I don't really feel.
I decline your offer.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I would want to do that. So Hostel 3, sorry, you've lost me a bit. I've been captivated with everything else that you've had to say and show, but gonna have to disagree on that last part. Sorry, guys, I'm being sarcastic.
You know what? You had me for the first hour and 30 minutes. But those last 30 seconds, you lost me. I'm gone.
Very disappointed indeed.
I'm happy to like close it off around here. I'm happy to not give Hostel 3 any more time.
Well, I mean, can we even give it any more time? Because like, there's nothing to even chew on with this movie. Like, even some of the shitty fucking American Pie Presents movies, as bad as they were, there was a lot to chew on, you know what I mean? Like, those were bad, but like a special kind of bad. I've said this to several people, that this is the worst kind of bad a movie can be, where for the most part, it's just boring. Like, this film's just boring and nothing, really. There's a few moments of like, what the fuck isms and annoying characters and all that, but there's nothing to it. There's nothing to the characters really. There's nothing to the mise en scene and set design. It's just like cheap. It's all cheap. The kills are very lame. Like, we didn't even really talk about the kills really at all. They're just very...
Because they're so tame and scaled down.
Well, I mean,
that there's barely anything to say.
They're also just pretty much off screen for the most part as well. Like, there's nothing to any of this at all, man. Like, oh my god, yeah. Honestly, I'm happy wrapping this shit up, man, because there's nothing to this film, man. Like, I did not feel lucky after watching this movie.
there is also a whole like main villain sort of like in charge of this Vegas sect, which is the fake backpacker from the start, Travis, he looks like a teenager, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. He's not a convincing main villain in this film.
No, he
right?
doesn't have any intimidating presence at all. And even then,
none.
You don't even have to be intimidating. You could at least have, like, you know, some like charisma or something. There's no charisma there either. Like, we have a scene of him like talking to one of the dead sex workers, being like, "God, you're even dead. You're so hot." It's like, shut up, man. Shut the fuck up. Don't try to do this like darkly comedic, fucking gross villain shit and all that. Fuck off. You're not that guy. Get out of here, mate. Come on.
I like the expansion of ideas of this universe, suggesting that you potentially aren't safe anywhere, and that there are rich freaks worldwide, but this is as much as the movie can offer. The first 10 minutes and everything that the first 10 minutes says about this world is all you need to see. It's all you need to see. The listening to this episode is all you need to hear and going, oh, that's interesting that there's more to it. But there really is a sweet little direct-to-DVD cherry on top of the Hostel franchise that is made of shit. The cherry, you take a big bite into it, and it's actually just red painted shit.
Lovely,
lovely
image right there. I'm sure the viewers love that.
Yep, exactly. Well, there's no torture in this freaking movie, so I guess we'll torture you with that idea.
Excellent.
And we'll see you next week to rank the Hostel franchise. And don't forget to check out our Facebook page at MarathonMeOfficial, all one word, and our Instagram, MarathonMe_official, to keep up to date on the podcast. And hey, if you want to get into contact with us, email us at marathonmepodc, yes, the letter C, @gmail.com. Like podcast without the ask.